right, everyone, social media training. Here we go. So, ground rules for social media and building your business. First and foremost, you are a public figure. Even if it's your own friends, you want to stay positive on social media. Pointed comments towards singular people in your friends list or people that are maybe not even in your friends list really only inspire, excuse my lack for better words, but additional bitching. It just encourages people to bitch along with you, and negativity only spreads negativity. So I don't encourage anyone to have pointed comments towards people, one person or another, because it doesn't solve anything. And people, I've seen too many people lose customers because of someone being just being a complainer in general. I can name 3 specific situations where people went to another distributor, because they felt someone was more positive and uplifting than another in one way, shape, or form. So that's golden rule of social media, is to just stay positive, and know that if you do need, complaining is okay. Sometimes venting helps, but if you need that help, just vent upline, just not online. That's kind of like the golden rule I use. If I need to vent, I just go to my upline and I'm like, I just need to get this out, because I just seen so many people lose business because of it. So just be positive, first and foremost. Okay, so one way I use social media, on my Blitz card, I have my link to my Facebook. That being said, my Facebook is set to a public Facebook. Some of you might not want to do that. That's okay. You can create an album, and every time you post to that album, you can change it to the settings to make that public. I have my link. It's facebook.com/melissa.ellismartin. That way, it's on my Facebook. People can look me up. I've had massage therapists that are like, yeah, I've been checking out your posts. I'm like, well, we're not friends. They're like, yeah, but I looked at your link. And I'm like, okay. That also, if you set your profile to public, or those posts to public, when a friend likes or comments on your post, it shows up in their friends' news feeds. So you're gathering additional views to that post. So if I'm posting a before and after picture and Cassie likes it, it will show up in her news feed, because I'm a public profile. Same with every friend or whatever that comments to it. So when I blitz, that is on my blitz card. I also do my best to friend people when I'm blitzing, and say, like, if they show a little bit of interest, hey, let's connect on Facebook. That way we can keep in touch. Sometimes I'll use the whole, friend me on Facebook. That way I can add you into my monthly raffles for free product. Things like that, because I know I will be staying consistent with before and after pictures, that they'll over time will follow my journey, my It Works journey, between, results, between successes with the business and whatnot. So that's one thing. When I post, you guys mostly all know this, but posting before and afters is huge to me. They speak volumes. It shows people what it does. If I post a bottle of something, a bottle of ThermoFit, and I'm like, here, try this ThermoFit, people are like, okay, well, what does it do? Occasionally I'll do something like that, but I do my best to stick to before and afters or pictures of me using the products. And there we go. Pictures of me using the products. That way people know you are a product of the product. But I stick to before and afters. You guys are all welcome to save the before and afters that I post. They're my personal customers. They're teammates. They're people that I know and trust that the results are real. Because there's just too many things out there that you just never know. Like in any job, not all the employees are honest and great, and that just so happens to be with our company and every company on the market. We all like to think that, I think that we're one of the top and the best in terms of honesty and integrity, but mistakes happen, and I don't want to be part of those mistakes. So it's just kind of my insurance policy to use before and after pictures that I know are legit. And again, so you guys are welcome to use those. My recommendation would be not to share my personal post, but to save that picture and copy the wording instead. And that is because you're going to drive people to your business rather than my business. And I think it's like 1,400 friends, and if someone reaches out to me to buy something, I'm going to run with it, and I don't want them to make the mistake of reaching out to me and not you guys if it's your friend and your lead, because I won't be able to tell who or what or where they came from. So does everybody know how to save the pictures to their phone or to their computer? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I do.
Cool. So yeah, save it as yourself and not share my specific posts. I don't get mad if you copy them at all. Like, I really don't care. I love that you do that. That's how I started this business. I copied the right cats. I picked a person whose paycheck I wanted, and I copied them. So that's one thing. Okay, so groups. Here's another thing that I do. I search different groups. I type in the word mommy. I type in your search function on Facebook, there's search groups. There's a search button. You can type in the word mommy. You can type in the word fitness. You can type in the word your city. Especially now since I moved, I typed in the word Vail and Tucson, and I joined several groups. I have 3 wrap parties set up with a breastfeeding group that I joined, not from posting to the specific group, but I made connections with those girls and added them as friends, and then reached out to them to see if they'd be willing to throw a party. Anytime someone complained about money on those groups, I private messaged them and friended them. And 2 of those 3 are people that complained of money. And I said, well, listen, hey, I'd love to see if this opportunity is right for you, so on and so forth. Would you give me the opportunity? Would you like to, at least try the product? If you'd like to try the product, I'll give you $5 off for every friend of yours that tries it at $25. And I try not to say party, and I try not to say, commitment or you'll get a free one if 5 people show up, because I've learned that if 5 people don't show up, people get disappointed. So I tell them, if you get your friends together, I'll give you $5 off for each of your friends that wrap at $25. And that way, if there's 2 or 3 people show up, it's a success in their mind. But yeah, making connections with people on groups. So you can search mommy, like you, Alicia, in Kansas. You can type in Kansas mommies or Kansas exercise, or just Horton or things like that. Type in your hometown or your community, things like that. I even when I'm selling stuff, like old stuff on garage sale sites, I tell the person, friend me and message me if you are interested in buying my couch or whatever it is I'm selling. That way they're friending me, and they always have to they see my posts as well pop up in their news feed. I got 2 loyal customers by doing that. I thought honestly about buying a bunch of crap and reselling it on sites so that I can friend a bunch more people on
Good idea.
types of resale sites. But I tell them, friend me, because otherwise I don't see the message until way later, because it goes into our other folder. And that you have to view that from everybody knows that you have an other folder on Facebook on your message.
Yes.
People that message you that aren't your friends, it goes into that folder, and you can only view that through a PC. It doesn't show up in Messenger usually, or on your phone. So, yeah, I friend people on that. So yeah, that's another thing I do. I make connections with them. I search for events as well in my community and opportunities to, let me add Genevieve to this again, and opportunities to network. Like if there's a mommy outing, if there's a big social community outing, where can I get my face in front of more people so that I can blitz, and whatnot. That's another thing I do on Facebook. Let me get Genevieve added. Genevieve. All right. So, we talked about the public versus private. If you're worried about, your private life and kind of weirdos, I personally have my entire profile set to public. Reason being is I can block someone at any time, and a lot of my customers, they connect with me on a personal level. And that's why they buy from me. Like I've had several with the hair, skin, and nails that say, that kind of comment on my family and things like that. And they have other, people that sell the products. But, if it's only about always about sales, I think that kind of turns people off. Cooper, go lay down. Cooper, Daddy, can you let him outside, please? What? Can you let Cooper outside, please? Cooper, come here. Oh, that's recorded. Thanks. I hope you guys didn't hear that.
I heard, but I don't know what he said.
Okay, good.
Hey, Melissa, quick question.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I got a message just a second ago asking about our site, our email. Is it just like whatever we picked when we signed up as a distributor?
Uh-huh.
Like mine for my LCs to go to, I give them ggwraps.myitworks.com.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about your website or your email?
Just sent me. Well, I don't know. I guess that's why I'm asking, because Tanisha gave me, that one, which is fine, but someone just mentioned, like they're like, okay, is that like your website? And I'm like, well, when I log on to it, that's, what it shows. It's got my name up there, and it shows the products and everything else, from.
Yeah,
okay, because somebody just mentioned that it needs to like go. Somebody just mentioned. Actually, that's what my message was just now. It was saying that it needs to be like through GoDaddy or something, and I'm like, I don't know that.
No. Okay, so if you so those of you that don't know, we can't post our .myitworks.com to Facebook or Instagram. So what I did, and what some people have done, is I purchased a domain from GoDaddy. It was $2. I think, Cassie, you did it too, right?
Okay.
I haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay. So it's $2. You whatever, the price varies depending on the domain you picked. Mine was familybodyrock.com, so it was $2 for that. You go into the settings, and there's a whole video that teaches you how to forward and mask it to your ItWorks site so that Facebook doesn't realize that it's a .myitworks.com. Otherwise, you can't post it to Facebook. But what most people are doing now is just taking a picture of it and sending that picture or texting that to people. Texting there. Like, hey, give me your phone number. I'll text you my website.
I think it's letting us now.
You know what I've done, which I don't know if I'll get in trouble or not, but I just typed in my website and I put myitworks and a space and then .com.
Yeah,
and it doesn't block,
you can do it with the space after the .com. I lost 2 customers that way.
And then I just let them know not to put the space there.
Yeah, I lost 2 customers that way, so that's why I bought a domain. Because if they don't type it in correctly, it takes them to the myitworks.com site, and it goes to corporate, and corporate assigns it to whatever distributor they want. So I was like, nope, not doing that again.
I usually follow it up with don't put a space between those two.
Yeah.
Just to let them know.
I've done it that way also.
I've done it that way. That's how I always told them, and I still lost them. Not everyone listens. Hi.
All right.
All right, but I'll open it up for questions at the end here as well. Okay, so public versus private. Again, I keep mine all to public because I don't want to be just a straight salesperson. I think that helps too with gathering distributors as well, because people make a connection that, if she can do it, I can do it type of a situation.
Right.
Not just business, and they can't see anything but that. They can understand that I'm just a normal person. I'm not a robot. That's kind of why I chose to keep it public. All of it. I've blocked people. Like I had that creepy guy. You guys saw what I was doing to that guy. It was entertaining until it just took up too much time, and I blocked him and got done with it. So types of posts, not all advertisement posts. You want to do, rotate between motivational type posts. You want to rotate between before and afters, pictures of you using the products, and business posts. Let's talk about business posts. I don't like to post join my team, in direct sales. I know, Jen, you and I talked about this last week. In a lot of direct sales companies, you have to become a distributor in order to get the wholesale pricing. And it's not like that with our company. And that's a huge perk to our company. I would say I don't really know of any other companies that you can do it that way. They have a program, like the loyal customer program. So I don't want to scare people away and think they have to join my team in order to get the products at a reasonable price. So I stay away from those, and instead I post things like, let's do it right now. I did this last time too. I'll take a picture of what it's like to be on my team. How we work. Everyone say cheese. Cheese. How we work our business, so I'll tag everyone tonight, great team training, that type of a thing, pictures of what it's like to be on our team, what it's like to be a distributor, not just join my team. Like, okay, what does it mean to be on your team? What does that mean? What do I need to do? What do you guys do on your team? That's totally up to you, and all this is up to you guys, how you work it. It's your business. This is what's worked for me and what's worked for a lot of the leadership. So take it with a grain of salt and make it your own. But yeah, so that's how I do the team type posts. Occasionally I'll do the whole, you can do it too, watch me or join me type of a thing. But anytime someone shows interest in the products, I'm going to offer them the opportunity. I give them their 3 options. How would you like to get your products? Would you like to purchase retail, one-time buy? Would you like to purchase as a loyal customer and save up to 40%? Or would you like to get up to 40% off with the license to earn cash, commissions, bonuses, and free product? That's, the simple way to put it. Because, the fact of the matter is, if no one had ever offered me to be a distributor, I wouldn't have done it, and that would have been depriving me and my family of a huge opportunity, and I don't want to be depriving others of that opportunity. It's just not fair. Thank God someone wasn't scared to offer the opportunity to me. So that's the way I view it. So team building posts, business posts. I even do healthy living posts between workout stuff, or healthy recipes, because it keeps people engaged in your, into your social media accounts. So that's kind of like the long or the short of it for Facebook. I will go into those groups that I add myself to at night and just search for things I can like a couple nights ago in a natural mommy group, one of the ladies was complaining of a UTI, and I'll make suggestions on how to, prevent that from happening before, or I'll ask her, I asked her, I said, you mind if I send you some greens? to try. And she, you know, now I have a new friend who's going to be following my posts and someone who's going to try these greens. So those are just all suggestions on things that I do. You know, the money making ones is too are big. Let's go into Instagram, a whole new ballgame. Instagram, there's a button you can click to share the post onto Facebook as well. Facebook, I stick to about 2 before and after pictures a day, maybe 1 business post a day, several maybe 1 to 2 personal posts a day, and then healthy living, inspirational stuff. Instagram, it's like the more you post, the better. Now, does that hashtags? I'm going to explain why a hashtag is so important on Instagram, or can be important. On Instagram, you can search via hashtag. So if someone is looking for someone if I type in hashtag, I click the little star button and type in hashtag pregnant. I can search, it will pop up everyone in the past whatever who has hashtagged that. And most of the women are pregnant. So if it's a public profile, I'll follow them. If it's not, I'll still request to actually it'll only show up the public ones on those. So when you hashtag pregnant or hashtag mommy or hashtag fitness or things like that, people can search that and find your posts. That's kind of the long of the short of hashtags. And now Google is even, when you hashtag on Facebook, if you have a public profile and you have so many hashtags, Google will even put that into a search engine as well. Google's starting to use hashtags as well. So if I hashtag skinny wraps, you know, there's a chance that if someone's searching for skinny wraps on Google, that they'll find my Facebook profile. So just so you guys know that. Instagram, the important thing is to gain followers and quality followers. First thing that I would recommend doing is downloading an app called InstaFollow. InstaFollow, I paid the extra $1.99. It shows you who's following you, who isn't following you, who has blocked you, and who has unfollowed you. So what I do with that, I go into my regular Instagram and I try to get as many followers as possible. So how do I do that? I search. Let me see if I can find it, if you guys can see it on my phone. Instagram. All right. See this little button here, the star one right next to the home button? If you click that,
Yep.
it comes up like this. And in that search button box, I'll search for, lately this is what I've been doing, is Tucson, since I'm in Tucson now. And it's showing users. So it's going to I didn't hit search yet, but that's who I'm following. Notice I'm following the Tucson firefighters, because guess what I do with that? I go into the Tucson firefighters and I look at all of their followers, because who is going to most likely be the followers of all the firefighters? Vain women who want to look hot. So I go into all their followers and I start following them. But I hit search and now it's coming up all these Tucson, anyone at Tucson. So I go into each of their followers. Let's go to the firefighters. Firefighters have 1,200 followers. I'll click the followers and I'll start following the heck out of the women that I want to follow. I mostly follow women, moms on Instagram. If it's a public profile, so I'm going to start clicking. Sheila, the very first one that popped to green. She's public. So now I'm going to click on her name. And this is what her profile looks like. I'm going to start commenting on some of her pictures. I'm going to like 1 or 2 and I'll comment. If it's a mom especially, I'll comment like, oh my God, they're so cute, or, she's got a great quote on here. Be humble in your confidence, yet courageous in your character. So I'm going to just comment, I love this. Or this is great. Love it. And the idea is she's going to most likely follow me back. Now she's going to start seeing all my posts. So that's just kind of an idea of how you get followers. You can even go onto the search button there. Instead of searching users, I can click hashtags and search pregnant, search stretch marks, search mommy, search Tucson, anyone that's hashtag, search Orlando, search Tampa, search Halloween, whatever, you know what I mean? You can search so many crazy different things, whatever your mind, and go in and just start following people. Now, these are people that just recently liked all my photos. That means they're engaged in my page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in to their profiles and start following all their followers too. And that
I'm going to nickname you Stalker.
Yeah. There's a reason they're on public. And a lot of people do this, but I get probably 2 loyal customers minimum a month from Instagram people I've never met. And hey, if I have 2 new distributors signing up from Instagram as well. And that's worth it to me. You know what I mean? I mean, you have to be consistent on there because there are a lot of rap girls on there following people. But I notice that the ones that I follow are even already being followed by rap girls. I don't follow other rap girls. I block sidelines rap girls. Instagram's different. If I post a rap before and after and rap girl New York likes it, it's potential that someone else could click on her profile and buy from her because she's from New York and so are they. So I block all those people. I also block, and I block sometimes like Beachbody people. I don't want people fishing off my followers. I don't want a Beachbody person or another rap person for that matter going into my followers and start following them too. I mean, I let you guys follow me so you see what's happening, but it's just kind of etiquette to not comment or like on other rap people's posts in Instagram, because there's just some bad people out there, unfortunately, that fish off of people when if someone comments on my thing, I've seen people go in and hey, message them as later and say, oh, well, I'm near you, or I'll give you a free wrap if you buy from me. And I'm like, no. So I just block them.
Yeah, understandable. It makes sense.
Yeah. So some other things, local restaurants are really good ones to search for. We have a local chain here in Arizona called EG's, and they have an Instagram profile. So I went in to all their followers and I started following all their followers. And I have 2 rap parties set up from people with that, from doing that. Because now when I'm posting my phone number, people are like, oh my God, she lives near me. I can get in touch with her and hear more about this stuff. So local salons, local restaurants, moms, pregnant moms that are due soon. Those are all great. Start planting the seeds in their head. It's time to rap. And whatnot. So on the Insta follow though, if after a week or so someone's not following me, I unfollow them. I don't want to have 5,000. It shows on your Instagram how many people you are following and how many people are following you. So if I go to my home, like right now, I have 1,500 followers, but I'm following almost 2,000. That's a little high. I don't like that much of a gap. I need to go in and unfollow some people. After a while I go in, and by doing so, you go down to your, the bottom of, let me show you. I'm on Insta follow, and it says, are not following you back. I go in, I scroll all the way to the bottom, and those are the ones that haven't followed, that you followed a while ago, that never followed back. So I unfollow them. It'll say, look, it even says, have unfollowed you. 2 people unfollowed me. Those are the first people I unfollow. Like, really? You followed me and then unfollowed me? All right, I'm going to unfollow you too. This is, to me, it's business. I'm working business right now. But I do have 8 new followers. So, I block people that try to sell me like fake likes and fake followers. I don't have time for that crap. I want quality likes and quality followers. Anyways, so that's what I do. You'll get the hang of it once you start using Instagram more. But if you're consistent on that, and like for me, it's like I get up in the middle of the night to feed the baby, so I post something. I unfollow people. I follow people. I'm like sitting there feeding the baby, doing all that stuff. So, just spending a little bit of time each day. It's a great way. How to close on Instagram? If at all possible, try to get them off of Instagram as soon as possible. I see if they have a Facebook, and I say, it might be easier to connect on Messenger or via phone or text. Which one of those are you comfortable with? If not, there's a few that just won't. They'd rather work on Instagram, and that's fine as well. But I try to get them off of there as soon as possible, especially on a public post. You can direct message people on Instagram, but you have to post a picture with it. I'll show you what it looks like. Does everybody know how to direct message on Instagram or no?
Yep, I do.
Okay. It's like alright, so you go to your home. In the top corner there, that little icon, that little box looking thing, you click that, and then you add a new one, and you send it directly to someone. You have to send it with a picture, but then you have like conversations going with them. And it comes up like that. So this girl, I actually got her on Facebook now. So I'm done with that. It's just this is like a pain in the butt, the direct message, to be honest with you. You can't tell if someone's seen it. It's just a pain in the butt. I don't even want to start in on that. So I try to get them off of that. I try to add them to Facebook or get them on the phone, email, or Messenger. That's pretty much it. I'm going to stick to that for now. As far as social media goes, again, on Instagram too, I post the same types of things. I don't hashtag it works, and I don't hashtag skinny wraps anymore, only because a bunch of rap girls start following me, and to me, I'm like, why do you need to follow me? You don't know me. And I don't take pictures from people that I don't know because I don't know if they're legit. So like, why are they doing the same thing? I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. So I just block those. So I don't hashtag it works usually. But let me open it up to a little Q&A for now. Let's start at the top left with you, Genevieve, and we'll work our way around.
That was pretty much it. Just my question with the sites. I'm glad that you mentioned all this. I wrote a lot of stuff down so I can go on there. Mine isn't public, but I will be making it public.
Yeah.
So, and Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and then Twitter are my life.
I just ordered Madra's book on how to work Twitter for your business, so I'll be back to you on that one.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
But I have a 17-year-old daughter, so I know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure I can figure out how to use it, but I want to know how to maximize. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But yeah, no, I picked up a lot on, the Facebook and the Instagram, so I'll be going on there tonight and Doing that.
Cool. So yeah, you can definitely buy a GoDaddy site if you privately want help on setting that up, because you do need to make sure it's masked correctly, before you post.
Okay.
Let me know. That's definitely like one thing I have to kind of like walk you through, because I screwed up and posted before I did it correctly, and then Facebook blocked that website too, and I was like, dang it, I gotta buy a new site. So I just want to make sure you guys don't learn from my mistake.
Okay.
Alicia, any questions?
No, not really. I'd really like to do the GoDaddy site though.
Okay, when you're ready, just let me know.
I agree.
Yeah, just let me know when you're ready. Jen?
Actually, the only question I had was about Instagram, and I just figured it out because it was not letting me post anything under the picture, no hashtags, no nothing. I had my website set on Instagram, so I just deleted it, and now it just works.
Yep, that happened to me too. Facebook owns Instagram. Yep. So that happened to me. I had it on there and it was working fine, and then all of a sudden I couldn't post anything. I was like, yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to try it right now, but it was to the point where I could post a picture. Oh, sorry. It's a video on Instagram. I don't know. See, yes, it wasn't letting me like or comment on anything, and I was not allowed to post anything under my picture.
Yeah.
I could only post a picture.
Yeah. Is it working better now?
But now that I took my website down, it worked.
Yep. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Tiff, questions?
I wrote down a lot of your points here and things about Messenger. I don't think I have mine as public though, so I'm going to have to check that out as soon as I get off here, to see if it is public, because I don't think it is actually. So I definitely want to do that. I'm going to do the, Insta follow as well. I am not really good with Instagram at all.
I'll tell you what, it can,
my posts.
Yeah, it can be a full-time project sometimes. I mean, just do it as you can. Because I'm still learning it. All of a sudden I started getting a ton of business from it. I was like, yes, all right. It might not feel like people are watching, but they are.
They are. I think there's more people that you'll get more. Oop, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I was just saying I found that out on Facebook too.
Yeah, Facebook the same way. People all the time private message me, and I'm like, you have not liked or commented once, because you kind of like start to feel a little crazy, and you're like, no one's liking or commenting. One thing I did the other day, someone liked I screenshot if it's someone that likes my picture that's not like a rap person, and I was like, will you let me rap you? I tagged them, and they're like, I really want to, but I don't get paid, and I'm like, oh. So I got in a private message with them. I kind of called them out. I'm like, hey, will you let me rap you? And I have a party with her next Friday. So I was like, sweet.
Now, one other question that I have. Do you, when people like your posts on Facebook that you don't know or on Instagram, are you messaging them like right away saying, hey, I noticed you like my post? Kind of thing? Or
on Instagram, I don't, but I do go in and follow their followers. Because in my mind, I'm thinking now that's their friends usually. Their friends might start talking about it. It might put it in their head. It starts to become like a hot topic. So that's one thing. On Facebook, sometimes I do. I definitely put them on a list of people to contact eventually. If it's a consistent like, then I will. I'll be like, hey, that's one thing I do with my people is I don't ask if they're interested. I assume, because I think the confidence really, people are like, oh, well, she's like ready to go. I'm like, when are you rapping? Hey, are you interested in this? Or especially when I'm following up, are you still interested in this? That puts doubt in people's minds. Like, no, I'm not really. I go, when are we doing this thing? What other questions can I answer? Like, I know this stuff works, and I know it's something that everybody wants to try, even if it's not something they necessarily need. So I think that confidence helps with people. They're like, oh, okay. And a lot of times they'll say, oh, this, and this available. Hey, so-and-so, we haven't been able to connect. I have XYZ available for either a party or I don't say party, I say happy hour, or for an appointment. You want to get together? What's best for you? Like, I don't give them, like, what's your option? Okay. But yeah, sometimes I do on Facebook, but not on Instagram. But I don't think that would be a problem after consistent likes on Instagram of doing that. I mean, that might be a good idea. Especially with so many people on Instagram trying to work their direct sales business. Never know.
Yeah, I just didn't want to jump on people that like my post and go, hey,
right.
You want to rap? And totally scare them off.
Right.
Like, I'm not liking any more of her stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Really quick, Melissa?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Again, just got a message, and I don't think this girl is on our team. We've been friends since like middle school, though. But she is a distributor as well, and she's like sent me a private message just now on Facebook, and was like, "Hey, someone from her team posted that Facebook is now allowing us to post our itworks.com links now. It banned them before, so that's good." Is what she's telling me. So I don't know if that's something that you may want to look into.
Yeah, I'll look into it. I mean, I'm going to use my main domain for now, my GoDaddy domain, because it's easier. But I'm sure we'll start hearing for sure if it's allowing it. That's cool if it is.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I mean, it is, but I still want to do the GoDaddy.com as well.
Yeah.
Is that for Mama?
When someone likes and comments on your posts too, guys, it bumps it to the tops of people's news feed. So sometimes you'll see I like my own post. If it's like, there's times when people are mostly on Facebook. It's usually after dinner and before they go to work, and sometimes in the lunch hour. So if I see that no one's like liking my stuff during that time, I'll like it to bump it to the tops of people. Because when people scroll, sometimes they stop and they don't see your stuff. So I'll like it so that it bumps. So that's a lot of the times I'll comment on your guys' stuff, and you're like, why is she commenting? It's like I'm doing it to bump your guys' stuff to the tops of your friends' news feeds. So that's the first thing they see. And then the more people do that, it keeps bumping it. So if it's a really popular post, people will see it over and over again each time they go in. And like they say, like consistency, like it usually takes 3 times for someone to like kind of start believing. You'd be amazed. So, anyways, I just wanted to bring that point to fruition real quick. Cassie, questions?
No.
Okay.
No, I have InstaFollow. I've been using that since I watched listened to Jessica's call about it, but I haven't. I think I'm going to pay for the upgrade.
Yeah, because you have to
I just have the free one.
Yeah, I did too, and it was such a pain. This one you can just tap follow, or unfollow. So it's much easier. I was like, that's worth the $1, or it might have been 99 cents. I don't remember. But okay,
yeah, I'm probably going to do it.
Yeah. Let me just end with the importance of consistency. Like you guys even said yourselves, people are always watching. Whether they're liking or not, they are always watching, and they get curious. Offer the opportunity to everybody. Plug in, but definitely stay consistent. And even if you're kind of in the crapper, do your best to stay positive. Because people want to be around people that are going to uplift them. And if you need to vent, we're all here to do that and help you get through something. So don't think, like they say, Jen, that one thing, my favorite, Facebook, dirty laundry belongs in the hamper, not on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate all of you guys taking the time to get on here and plugging in and staying connected. I would like to try to do a call a week with stuff, and kind of rotate it around. I think next week what we'll probably do is a seal the deal meeting. So have your hundreds lists or your potentials list ready, and we're going to sit down and totally just work it out to where we all follow up with people on those lists, and as people reply back, we'll come together as a group in what's best to respond. Because I think we work better with more minds together. So, all right.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you guys
Okay.
so much.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. Okay.
Everyone have a great night. I'm going to stop the recording.